Hi everyone, welcome to this week's flip through. So I moved and I missed a couple days. I missed 3 days actually. So there's only 7 to show you, and I am coming live from the shed in the back of my new house, and it's covered in all these ivies, like literally the roots are growing in here. Can you see them? So I might do some videos in here, but the lighting is terrible and I don't want to look like a zombie, so maybe not, but yeah, so I've been continuing to work through the Creative Sprints prompt book, and I've been loving it. This is where I left off last time, I think, and this is a little, like, each little hexagon is sort of a different, maybe poem altogether. It might end up being one of those numbered poems, and it's about how I like to think everything is black and white, and how black and white still has like this grayscale, but for some reason I think sepia is a lot harder to sort of think about in binary forms, because what's on one end brown and on the other white, I don't even know. So it's kind of experimenting with that. This is like a seed of a poem maybe. Then the next day I did this poem where you are supposed to use your name, the letters in your name, to sort of build something creative, and I've written a ton about my name. My mom used to remind me all the time that my name means gift of God, and I don't go by my full birth name, and I spell Matt differently, so I've just written a ton about it already. So I looked up the Greek letters and then like where the Greek came from, and worked off of these 3 words: water, leader, and mark. And it ended up being very sonnety, so I think I'm actually gonna work on combining this with a poem with Daryl, because she's writing some sonnets as well. This day was really hard. I think I was like maybe getting ready to move, and I was just not feeling very inspired. I did do some sketching of an image I found on, actually Dusty sent me this image on Flickr, and I guess this might have been Pride, like Stonewall Pride Day that I wrote this, so I'm just having a lot of feelings about that, so it's been kind of hard maybe to write poems. This day really is just like, I was packing, and I did not really write much at all besides like complaints to the world. This one, you were supposed to just sort of work with something that you had like handfuls of, and a lot of my stuff is packed up, so I just did these stamps because I have all these stamps, you know. And I kind of like this poem actually. It's sort of like an erotic Sex in the Woods kind of poem, which I have a million of those, so I don't know, I'm not like super excited about that one. But this poem, or these 2 notebook pages, I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn into a poetry comic. And I've never really done like poetry comics with my own stuff, but this one, like, I kind of have a vision for it, and I'm super excited. It's about how, I guess basically it's about how people die, and then you like never see them again, and how some people like talk about how they want to like go to Mars or leave the planet, and then I think, well, you would never see anybody again. Don't you care about that? But people, I guess, you know, when people came to the US, like, that's kind of how it was. Like, they were never going to see their family and friends again. So it's not like people haven't done that before. But I would like to say on Mars, there's really no other people, or not as many yet. I mean, there's none right now, obviously, but anyway, I'm very excited about that. And then today I worked on this one where I think you're supposed to turn something like ordinary into something interesting. And I took this ordinary playing card and tried to make it interesting, but it's not that interesting. But I'm very excited about this one, and I think this one is also going to turn into a comic poem, and I need to just like get started on this stuff and do the revisions of them, but I've just been super busy creating these drafts in my notebook and packing and unpacking and all of that as well. But yeah, this one gets really weird at the end, and that's kind of why I want to make it into a poetry comic. It's about this like display I saw at the Miami Museum of, I think, Modern Art, and it's also about queer time. I'm obsessed now with, or not now, I'm obsessed again with queer time, and I started a new Instagram. So yeah, check out my new Instagram. And I've also recommitted to doing some biblical translations. So I'm actually gonna do a translation of that passage on this card here that says, like, dwell not on the past, etc., etc., etc. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. I would fail my Awana quiz, and this ink is still dirty. So yeah, look for more videos coming soon. It has been 10 days. I'm committing to doing it every 10 days. They might be boring, they might be stupid, but I just kind of want to get it out there. And if anything in my notebook, like, if you would like to see that especially like further developed, then, you know, go ahead and make a comment or whatever, and I'll see what I can do. So thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you later. This was I probably should like review what they are, huh?